Hello, good afternoon, Tribuners. Welcome back with me, Mutiara, in Indonesian News of Tribun Lampung. We will present you an updating and interesting information from AfriPlus in Indonesia. And here, the complete news. The first news is, Jokowi answered Barada Eliezer mother request. Presiden Joko Widodo or Jokowi gave an answer to Rinike Alma Pudihang's request for help regarding leniency for his son Richard Eliezer or Barada E. As is known, Richard Eliezer was prosecuted for 12 years in prison in the murder case of Brigadier Nofriansyah Yosua Huta Barat, alias Brigadier G. Jokowi said he could not intervene in the legal process currently underway by Richard Eliezer. This applies not only to the Verdi Sambo case but also to other legal cases. Furthermore, Jokowi asks all parties to respect the ongoing legal process. Suspected member of child kidnapping, a woman dies from burning. A woman in Sorong City, West Papua, was beaten by residents until she was burned alive at kilometer 8 of Sorong City, southwest Papua. The incident occurred at around 7 a.m. on Tuesday, the 24th of January 2023. Based on information compiled by tribunpapua.com, residents suspect a woman who was burned alive was part of a child kidnapping plot. Residents carried out this action of burning them alive after the issue of child abduction was busy on social media on Saturday, the 21st of January 2023. In the news circulating on social media, the perpetrator of the child kidnapping was a woman and had been arrested. Allegedly, the woman was part of a child kidnapping plot and wanted to carry out the action in the city of Sorong. As a result, residents who knew about this immediately took violent action and then burned the woman. He was rescued and taken to the Sele B. Solu Regional General Hospital, Sorong City, Southwest Papua, but the woman's life could not be saved. Bima statue, an icon belonging to Purwakarta, collapsed due to being hit by a dump truck. The accident in Purwakarta involved an Indorama Company employee bus with a dump truck. The incident occurred on Basuki Rahmat Road T Junction for the Bima statue, Bunder Village, Jatiluhur District, Purwakarta Regency on Sunday, the 22nd of January 2023. As a result, the Bima statue, which is an icon statue in Purwakarta, collapsed in a dump truck crash. The accident started when a dump truck with police number B9088 GD driving from the direction of Cikanea towards Sidangkasi experienced brake failure. The truck crashed into the Bima statue and the Indorama Company employee bus with police number B7160 KAI, which was passing from Jatiluhur. Maman, a resident of the Bima statue T Junction, who was also an eyewitness, said that the truck was traveling at high speed without any indication of braking. Idris, a bus driver for the Indorama Company, said that he was carrying around 20 passengers who were going home. He admitted that the employee on the bus and himself were not injured. However, the bus he was driving was badly damaged. A man in Hill was found dead as a result of being punched on by a crocodile. A man in Hill was found dead after being dragged by a crocodile into the river on January 21, 2023 last Saturday. An estuarine crocodile man punched out and dragged a 40-year-old man named Dahlan into a river in Indragiri Hilir Regency. The location of the incident is in Tekulai Bugis Village, Tanah Merah District. Head of Regional Division 1 of the Rio Conservation and Natural Resources Center, Andri Hansen Siregar, said that the incident where a resident was attacked by a crocodile occurred at around 11 a.m. When he mentioned this, Dahlan was looking for firewood to cook brown sugar. Timber search activities are carried out on the banks of the river. Meanwhile, his wife was in a hut not far from Dahlan's location. Suddenly, the victim's wife heard Dahlan scream on the bank of the river. Due to this incident, the victim's wife informed other residents. Allegedly, Dahlan was punched on and broke by a crocodile. He said the victim suffered an injury to his hand. Crocodiles are known to punch and immediately drown the victim's body. Eleven villages in East Aceh were flooded. Thousands of residents fled. Heavy that hit East Aceh district from Saturday, the 21st of January 2023 to Monday morning caused flooding in 11 villages in 3 sub-districts. Head of East Aceh Regional Disaster Management Agency Aceh said that the 3 sub-districts that were hit by the flood, namely Pantai Bidari sub-district, which was hit by the flood, 7 villages including Pantai Labu village, Blang Senong, Sijudo, Sahraja, Pantai Rambong, Bukit Bata, and Menasah Tengo. Furthermore, the Simpang Olim sub-district was inundated by 2 villages including Kepin Bre village and Blang Ni village. Furthermore, Julok district has 2 villages, namely Lok Sentang village and Tanjung Tok Blang village. As a result of the floods, a total of 673 families and 2,716 residents were evicted. 545 families or 2,204 people were displaced and 128 people were not evacuated or 512 souls. The water levels in the residential area causes residents to evacuate it, which is 50 to 100 cm. Residents took refuge in school, residence homes, studio halls, and the Arakundo River embankment. The Luwu People's Alliance chose for a demonstration in the Palopo City. The Luwu People's Alliance shoot the demonstration on Andi Jemarut, Palopo City, South Sulawesi, on Monday, the 23rd of January 2023. Luwu People's Alliance to shoot the demonstration coincided with the commemoration of the 755th anniversary of Luwu and the 77 Luwu People's Resistance Day, which was centered in Palopo. 10 students who are members of the Luwu People's Alliance to claim the demonstration in the middle of the route next to the major office or the Pancasila field where the Luwu's anniversary and Luwu People's Day of Resistance are commemorated. The last news is, after the Lunar New Year, the Lion Dance coach hopes that Lion Dance will become a sport in Ambon. The Lion Dance coach from Sasana Guansi Ambon, Effandi Lee Suryono, admitted that his party really want the Lion Dance to become one of the sport branches registered with the Ambon City Indonesian National Sports Committee. This is because the central government has designated the barongsai as a sport branch in Indonesia. In fact, this Chinese cultural heritage already has a container with the name of the Indonesian Barongsai Sport Federation. A number of big cities in Indonesia have also designated barongsai as a sport, however not in Ambon City. Even so, Effandi hopes that the barongsai can get the attention of the Ambon City Education and Culture Office and the local Indonesian National Sport Committee. The man from Makassar City stated that for the past year, he has been training Ambonese children for lion dance attraction. Thus, during Chinese New Year celebration, residents of Chinese descent in Ambon no longer use lion dance teams from outside the city. He hopes that the lion dance in Ambon can mushroom so that the Ambon government can consider registering it as a sport. Well, I think that's all the news for today with me, Mutiara. Don't forget to follow us in YouTube Tribun Lampung News Video, Facebook Tribun Lampung, Instagram @Tribun Lampung, and TikTok @Tribun Lampung for further information. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.